just why I am repeating, because it is quite useful, that institute for our psychology people, and he's our good friend. You can be in touch with our Giridhar. Just he will be helpful for any of, particularly related to any of the training programs conducted by that institute. And you can also just attend and just enrich your knowledge. So that's why I have taken so much of interest in introducing our good friend, highly knowledgeable man, and having done the total career, his total career, throughout his career, he has just devoted his total lifetime towards enriching knowledge. So that is the zeal one should have. I really congratulate just our Giridhar today, Dr. Giridhar. He's with us after a long time, long back. He did psychology in distance education of Venkateswara University. Then he was so lean. Now he has just age also has reached. Now he has crossed 50s. Now I think he is like a very good personality with a smiling face. I really
thank you, sir. Thank you.
Because after a long time, yeah, my test student means really my feelings are like this. I also welcome you. Now, I think I request today our Giridhar just to speak a few words about family counseling. Sir, please, sir, Giridhar.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for the given opportunity. And I can introduce myself. Just I'm a student of Professor B.G. Reddy, sir. So I feel always proud to introduce myself as a student of B.G. Reddy, sir. And out of my experience, I can share some of the issues with you regarding family counseling. And we have all the time in rehabilitation field, family is the part of the rehabilitation. So maybe in case of special children and needs of the special children, we have to address all the people of the family, and together we call the family members, and we give the counseling to everyone. Because sometimes we have to work together. All the time it is not 1:1 interaction. Counseling means sometimes we have to work together, and sometimes we have to share the information with the permission of the client, with the family members, to further get the best results. So we, being an organization working in the NGO sector and offering the counseling and many programs, what our sir said is absolutely correct. Thakur Prasad Institute is one of the oldest institutions in India in 1968, when this special education not developed much. That time introduced, established, and still it is one of the biggest institutions. And I did not tell about our institution. First, we speak about the family counseling and its importance. So the counseling which we offer all the time, it may not be 1:1 interaction. Sometimes we have to call the people, entire family, and we have to offer the counseling to everyone. Take for example, in case of our field, rehabilitation field, sibling and parents, even grandparents also very important to organize certain programs at home also. Not only programs offering and giving some kind of skills to the family members, and sometimes agony, to reduce the agony of the family members and carrying some kind of common agony, we call all the people and give the family counseling. And sometimes it is two types: calling the family and asking them to sit together, all the members, and giving counseling, like listening of their problems and offering outside sessions is one type. And after calling the family people, again asking them to interact individually 1:1 with the counselor, and listening their thoughts and ideas, and after that again calling everyone and making them to sit and getting one conclusion is one style of the counseling. And I need not tell about all these things. Ultimate meaning of the counseling is active listening only, not active speaking. So in case of family counseling also, the same thing. We need not speak much. We listen the problems of the people, and we share their problems, and we hold their empathy and everything. So this basic concept of this family counseling is offering services to the family members at a time and getting one common plan of action for the common problem of the family. Sometimes it may not be common problem. It may be individual member of the family, and we have to give some kind of awareness of the problem to the family members. It is nothing but the creation of the empathy feeling towards the family members and working together. All the people for the welfare of the family is the counseling components here. And I'm not using much technical words, and like layman only I'm speaking, but this is what we felt in case of counseling sessions with the parents with disabled children. And sir introduced myself. I worked in engineering college. Actually, it is Chandrasekharendra Saraswati Vishwa Mahavidyalaya. There almost 12 years I worked, and I am the only counselor for entire university. More than 4,000 students. I worked as a counselor for them, and they used to come and share their problems. And of course, all the time it is only uh, one-to-one interaction. But sometimes I called even family members also when the problem is having and related with the suicide and sometimes some kind of bad things like going for the bad habits and becoming addict to the uh, some kind of drugs, even sometimes love affairs also. Of course, I used to face the problems with love affairs only all the time, and suicide also. Majority times it is related to the affairs and sometimes rarely ragging and some other problems are there. Of course, these sometimes we have to act beyond the ethics of the counseling when it is threat to the life of the counselee. It means sometimes, not sometimes, in case of suicide. I think so. It is some of the one of the side topic for today's program. Suicide. In case of suicide, we have to break the ethics of the this a little bit ethics of the counseling process, and we have to call the parents sometimes with the knowledge of the client and without knowledge of the client also, and we have to open the suicidal tendency of the client to the family members and the reasons and the what is the plan of action we have to follow being a family member. We have to explain to the family members and all the time this ethical code, otherwise professional ethics we cannot follow in case of suicide and other things. Take for example, one of the student one of the student I mean engineering stream only, he met me with total bad habits. His father is a police, and he almost are addicted to the ganja and other type of things. And he sold his bike also. And with a lot of guilty, he came and he said that he want to commit suicide. Because of bad habits, what happened? He's unable to go to home. He sold his bike, and he addicted to the almost all to all the bad habits, taking drugs and everything. And he's very sensitive heart, and he's unable to face the parents because they love him very much. So at that, what I can do further means first I tried to counsel him and I called his friends and I tried, but I almost all I came to understand it is not a right way. Then I called parents and slowly explained the position of their child by telling some kind of other things, other students' experiences and other students' bad habits, and slowly I came to their own child problem. And after that, they realized that I am telling about their own child only. Then first they shocked and slowly they're coming to understand what is the problem of their child. And then they started a little bit of worry. And then I explained everything to them, what is his position. And I explained in the right manner his feeling of guilty. And then I explained everything. He sold bike and he became addicted to the drugs and what they have to do, how to take the child to the rehabilitation center to give the further treatment and everything. So in such a situation, calling parents and family members is highly needed in case of suicidal attempts, suicidal tendencies there, such type of thoughts are there. And the client who is having guilty, too much of guilty conscious. And if a client is living alone somewhere else at hostel or somewhere else, we have to call the family members. I think I'm taking much time. Sir asked me to speak only a few minutes time. I hope this is enough about the need of the family counseling. I hope it's out of my experience, I share few things with you. And if any technical assistance is need from my side, almost all I'm expert in case of special education, mental addiction area. And the sir said about myself very highly. And it's somewhat it is fact. I am the highest qualified person in India in case of special education, mental addiction, having with 2 MPhils and 1 PhD and 3 MAds. All the dissertations I did in mental addiction only, almost all that. And in case of any, not only now, in case of future, if any participant or anyone, you need any help for the in case of special education, for children with the special needs, you can consult me and you can take my phone number from SAR and you can ask our institute also. So Thakur Prasad Institute, Hyderabad. Simple. You can even Google in Google also. Thank you, sir, for the given opportunity.
Sridhar,
Giridhar.
Giridhar, I'm very sorry. See,
Yeah.
if you are free enough, you just be with us and you can share. You can also share your richest experience with our renowned trainer. I think it is Professor Vedagiri Ganeshan sir is from Coimbatore Department of Psychology. I think I need, I know just no need to introduce him because you know also, sir, about you two might have attended some of the programs when I conducted at our Venkateswara University also. But I can say emphatically, just he is the world-renowned trainer in the world. So I am happy that you have joined today. And I too have not expected this much of richest experience and this much of the richest degrees with regard to special education. You were have been telling when I gave a call, but today totally I saw you are just you have elevated to a highest level. I'm really happy. I congratulate you, and you be with us for a couple of minutes, and you can also share your richest experiences with our a great personality, Professor Vedagiri Ganeshan sir. Now, Professor Vedagiri Ganeshan sir, you please just I am request you to just start the program from your side, please.
Good evening, Professor Reddy Garu.
Good evening, sir.
And, good evening, Dr. Giridhar. And
Vanakkam, sir.
Professor Krishnamurthy and dear participants. So the topic today is suicide prevention, how to prevent suicide. And as I have already mentioned, people who are considering suicide are in some time corner and they do not know how to come out of it. So they want to quit the world and go away. So we have to decode what is the tight corner, what is ailing them, and they say they think there is no solution to their problem. But in my view, any problem will have a solution. All problems have got solutions. And at that time, a counselor's help is required. And I can tell you, there was one case I can quote, and you people can also bring a case for discussion. There was a girl who was sexually abused by a family friend, and she could not tell to the parents because parents always they were criticizing the girl and praising the offender. The family friend was praised, but they were criticizing the girl, so they will not even listen. So she was keeping mum about the harassment, and she was considering suicide. So I asked her, why do you consider suicide? Because she has been abused again and again, and she cannot tell the parents. So what is the solution now? I have suggested, I have trained her to engage in self-defense, how to attack the offender. And by attacking in such a way that his joints will be broken. There are techniques like that. Bleeding will occur from the nose, mouth, like that. How to hit all that I have told. And surprisingly, that man, the offender came and he bolted the door. This girl looked at him, stared and said, open the door and go away. That's all, nothing else. Immediately he opened and went away. Because when somebody shows submissive behavior, the other person will start aggressing. But if this person shows confidence, raise the voice, stand with legs wide, and give a command, like people do in NCC or army, give a command, open the latch, go out, finished. It will have simply obeyed. So in self-defense also, the sound creates the kind of attack. You would have seen some films like Enter the Dragon, where Bruce Lee makes a noise, a shrilling noise. The noise itself will attack. The BP of the offender will go up. They will get confused. So apart from physical attack, the voice itself can attack. And staring also attacks. That has an effect. Standing with legs wide and ready to hit. They need not hit. If they are ready to hit, the other person's brain understands. Now this person is no more submissive, no more will be a victim. And the person went away. Okay. So such things are possible. So people go to a point of no return due to various reasons. It may be financial, it may be familial, it may be sexual assault. Whatever it is, there is a way out. And once they are in confusion, they resort to suicidal attempt. But we can help them to come out of it. This is one case which I wanted to quote. There may be ever so many reasons for considering suicide. And as Dr. Giridhar has pointed out, you have to involve the family. In most cases, you have to involve the family. But the case which I presented, we cannot involve the parents. Okay, they were not supporting the girl. So only the girl was given the program, and she was trained in self-defense, and things became all right. And certain other cases, we have to tell the parents to treat the client very well. Otherwise, lack of love and affection, rejection by parents, all these things push them to the tight corner. Okay, so it is case-based discussion is required. And I would suggest to the participants to bring a case for discussion. Please.
Hemalata.
So can I?
Yeah, please, please.
Yes, please.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, both of you. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Sir, sir, I had this case actually today. The family is like the couple, the husband and wife. The wife is she doesn't have parents. She's an orphan. She was born. I mean, she was brought up by the sister's family and all. And so she's very clingy towards the husband. She's like, she watches wherever he goes. She's very suspicious. She's not allowing him to talk to his own parents. I mean, brothers, wives. And now recently there is a family adjacent to them. And this guy seems to be like talking to the lady, the neighbor, too much and giving them bike and like talking and all. Now she is like violent. She's like almost into like, she's following him even to the company. She's going to him. She's taking the children on the bike, following him to the company. She's not even normal. She's not even willing to listen to all that we say. She's very, very suspicious. And the guy is like, it has come to an extent where he's addressing the girl always as like paitekari, mad, something like that.
Whom she is calling as paitekari.
Husband is calling the wife. They converse that way only. They converse like she won't.
Good. No, you have to tell the husband not to use such abusive terms.
I did, sir. Yeah.
That is very important. That is why in family counseling, the people who are poking should be advised not to do such things.
Yes.
Okay.
He says this has been such behavior has been happening for the last 14 years. Sir.
14 years. Okay.
Yeah.
How many children?
2, sir.
Okay. That means they should have grown up. At least
Yeah,
they are in
they
the
are,
teens.
yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Now, this fellow cannot tolerate her behavior. She has been suspecting all the time. Okay.
Yes.
And as
She
I have,
suspects with everyone, like the brother's wife.
right,
That is the thing is she wants him to be with her all the time
yeah, that is
at home.
okay. But she thinks he is a bad guy, basically. Okay.
No. She doesn't think him as bad. She just thinks that others are bad. And because of that, he will leave me.
They will
She's
trap.
glad that he'll leave. Yeah.
This fellow
Separation.
is vulnerable, and they will any girl can trap him.
Yeah. She
Okay.
thinks.
Okay. Why she is thinking like that? Because she thinks that the husband is sex hungry.
I didn't
And he
get you,
will
sir.
try-
So?
she thinks or imagines that
Right.
her husband is sex hungry.
Yeah. And she uses such words only. You will go with her
Okay.
and you.
Okay.
She uses such words.
Okay, all right. But what is actually happening in the bedroom? She is refusing sex. She is
He is.
aversive to sex.
He is refusing. She is for it. He is like, எனக்கு அவளை பார்த்தாலே அருவருப்பா இருக்கு. I don't. Her words are very. So I don't know.
Don't believe what she says. She is refusing sex.
Oh.
If you read the novel Three Sirens by Irving Wallace, cultural anthropologist, okay, and based on that he has written the novel. It is very clearly shown that a lady who is telling that the husband is impotent, is telling that the husband is impotent. So you should not believe what the client says. You have to cross-check, prompt, and bring the truth. That is why I always say you should act like a inspector of crimes department.
Right.
You have to dig and probe for more information. In that novel, they say clearly the community people, though they are not professional, they find out that the girl is having aversion to sex. It goes like that. But in the tribal area, they divorce the couple. They are separated. But here, she can be treated and she will become sexually responsive. Her anxiety can be removed. That's not a problem. Okay. So, can you give some exercise to her? If I describe the exercise, can you give it to the wife?
Sure, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Now, give it to both husband and wife.
Yep. Okay, sir.
If you give it to her, she will say, no, nothing is wrong with me. Only husband is having problem.
Right.
So what you do is, ask both of them to sit in a cot or on the floor and ask them to bend their knees as if they are, and keep the hand on the knee top as if they are sitting in a garden. And ask both of them to contract their anal muscle and count from 1001 to 1006 and relax. Contract the anal muscle 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006. Relax. Ask them to repeat it 20 times. Next, ask them to contract their genital muscle, the penis and the vagina. Tighten it up, count from 1001 to 1006 and relax. That is to be repeated 20 trials. Third is ask them to contract both the muscles, anal and the genital simultaneously, count from 1001 to 1006 and relax. Okay, if it is given, what is the effect of this is, it gets connected to the brain. Okay, the nerve, the muscle, the brain, which is the commandant, everything gets connected. So, a person who doesn't like sex will start liking. The inhibition will go away.
Oh, okay.
So it is psycho-neurophysiological. Or somebody is crazy about sex, that will come to optimal functioning.
Okay,
Somebody
so
who
both ways it functions.
masturbating too much, it will come down.
Mm.
Anything higher, anything lower will come to optimal functioning. This is known as the genital muscle relaxation technique. So
Okay.
you can try it with them. Ask both of them to sit. Though it is mainly meant for the lady, but she will not agree. She will say that man is wrong. He is to be treated. She will
Mm.
try to avoid. But you say it is good for both of you. So
Mm.
you have the power of professionalism as a psychologist, family
Right.
counselor. You ask them to sit, okay, on the bed and ask them to close the eyes
Mm.
and contract and relax. 20
Mm.
trials,
Mm.
annual 20, genital 20, both together 20. Okay.
How did you say the hands are on the knee?
No, sit, if they sit like this, knees bent, as if they
Okay.
are sitting in a garden.
Opposite to each other.
Yeah. No, they can,
Okay.
they need not face each other. They can face
Okay.
different
Okay.
sides.
Okay.
Knees
Okay.
have to be bent. First ask them to stretch the leg and bend the knee, and the top of the knee, they will keep both the hands like this. As people do in a park when they sit, okay? Knees bent like that.
Mm.
Because
Mm.
in that position,
Mm.
the genital muscles come under control.
Right.
Instead
Right.
of
Right.
stretching the leg or sitting in a chair, okay?
Mm.
That is the right position.
Right. 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 Mm.
So the person who doesn't like sex, what will happen? For
Mm.
example, a lady who doesn't
Mm.
like sex,
Mm.
vaginal muscles are frozen.
Right. Right. Right.
They become inhibited and they become tight. But
Mm.
doing this exercise, it will start relaxing. The muscles
Okay.
loosen. Okay, it is just like Jacobson's progressive relaxation
Yeah. Yeah.
in
Mm.
1938. It's similar to that. So
Right.
tense and relax, tense
Mm.
and relax. It comes under voluntary control. That is the
Mm.
advantage. Okay. Somebody who wants sex often, male or female, the genital muscle will go on to an involuntary spasm. It will go on moving, moving, moving. Then they get excited. But by this exercise, what they learn is how to control, how to relax, how to control, how to relax. So
Mm.
the brain and the nervous system and the genitalia learns how to freeze and how to decrease. That is the advantage. It can be
Right.
given to students, youth also, in the classroom.
Mm.
All of you sit, do like this. Boys and girls like that. It is
Mm.
better to give for boys separately and girls separately. And this will give a solution to masturbation also. Even married people, they engage in masturbation, which is not good.
Mm.
Okay. And that means the partner is not feeling happy.
Mm.
So masturbation among husband and wife should be avoided. But still some people do it, and that's a wrong.
Mm. Mm.
Then they will keep quarreling. In family counseling, this is one of the important things. Okay. And the sex life should be invigorated. Only then things will be all right. Whatever be the problem, if they are able to engage in sex and enjoy,
Mm.
you
Then it will
develop
be
sexual competence. It's known as sexual
Mm.
competence. Then all other things will fall in place.
right. Right. Right.
That's it.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Welcome, Betsy.
Yes, Ramadevi.
Sir,
Yeah, you please clarify any one of the cases which you come across in our counseling clinic.
yes, sir, sure. Today only I met two cases, similar cases, in which both wife. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sorry for joining a little late.
All right, it's all right. Better late than never.
Yes, sir. It's a case I have seen in NGO, where I work. So in both cases, similar cases, in one case, the wife is not ready for counseling, or I mean, she's not ready to reconcile with her husband. In both cases, the wife is not ready to reconcile with with their husbands. So because one husband he drinks alcohol and beats, and he was bedridden for 1 year because of an accident, and after that the wife started working. That is what husband says, but the wife says that I started working 3 years back.
Okay.
So after that, the wife behavior has changed. So the wife husband has become suspicious and everything. And the husband says she's not coming close to me. And in other case, the husband, in the name of discipline, he beats his children for little things, and the wife is also not ready to stay with him. The both are living separately now.
How
So
long?
whatever I was trying to say, they were not ready to even. I don't want to listen. I just want to be separated. I'm vexed.
Okay, how long they were living separately?
So one case is 2 months, and the other one is living together, but they're not talking to each other.
For the case where the wife is living away from him, that is not a good behavior, because they will get used to the absence of the husband and wife. So you have to tell the girl to go and be there for 3 days. Okay. If he behaves properly, okay. Otherwise, she can leave and be absent for 3 days. Again, re-enter for 3 days. If she does like that, both of them will understand the need for the husband and
Okay,
wife.
but here the husband left the home, sir.
No, you tell the husband,
Okay.
whether it is the husband or wife, they should re-enter and exit, again re-enter and exit. This is very important. They will develop tolerance of each other. Otherwise, they will forget each other. That's the whole problem. The role of the family counselor is to reconcile this breaking. So whether it is a girl or the man, ask them to re-enter so that they should adapt. That means both of them will adapt. And only for 3 days. So they will say, okay, then come out, again go back. Okay. If they are not agreeing, spend 1 day and come out. 1 day come out, and then after 3 days re-enter. Again 1 day be there and come out. Okay, they will learn to tolerate, adjust, cooperate. Okay, so that is what can be done. And in the other case, the man is suspecting the wife. Okay, and because of the accident, where did he get hit? Was it in the back? If it is L4,
In the
L5,
leg, sir.
okay, leg, okay, it's all right. Because due to the accident and the shock, you would have become a secondary important case. Secondary importance means you will try sex, but you will not have erection. And if he is not having erection and if he is not able to satisfy the wife, then he will think that the wife is going. I mean, when she is not satisfied, she is sexually frustrated and she is looking others. Okay, this is where the suspicion comes. Whoever suspects is sexually incompetent. That is the basic diagnosis. Okay,
But in both cases, the wives are not willing to do any activities. So the husband wants to come home. So you just give me a chance, but the wife is reluctant for it.
Okay, now that is why I say it should be systematic hierarchical desensitization. 1 day the husband gets the guts to re-enter. 1 day the wife learns to tolerate. Then 3 days gap, again he will re-enter, again 3 days gap, like that. So you have to gradually introduce. You have to again unite the family. 1 day is okay, only 24 hours. Okay. And then tell both the parties, don't quarrel within the 24 hours. Okay, at least you can keep quiet. Both of you observe silence for that 1 day. Then the person will leave, again re-enter. Be silent. You need not even talk. Okay. And so gradually you have to bring them closer, like that.
Yes, sir.
and that will work. Try that. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
sir.
why.
Today I asked the husband to just go and just by night you go back. But the
Yeah.
wife was no, I don't want him to come to my house.
No. You said 24 hours. If not 24 hours, get 12 hours. You bargain,
Okay.
like you bargain in a shop. Ask her to
Okay.
travel for 3 hours. Okay.
Okay, okay, okay.
As I used to say, you have to cheat the brain of your client. I
Yes,
tell
sir.
you, of a case of an industrialist who is very rich engineer. Okay, and he is very fine. But he said he will not enter the house of his father-in-law. For some reason, he is telling. So I told this man, you go there, be there for 20 minutes and come out. He said, no, what man, you are looking like a hero. Can't you enter and come back? He said, okay, 20 minutes. He went there. Okay, and he was ready to come back. He was looking at the watch. But the family members, in-laws, they were greeting him because he has not entered the house for a long time, several years. So they greeted and gave coffee and all the eatables. Then he started chatting. They chatted, he chatted, and 1.5 hours he spent. Then he said, I forgot my 20 minutes. Okay. That is a human brain. So I have cheated his brain. And things were re-established. He was very angry with the father-in-law. Okay. He was calling him names, that bloody fellow and all that. But now, things were okay. The whole thing is you have to start. If the vehicle is not running, you push and start. Okay. If it is not picking up automatically. That is why you reduce the duration, as I have told, 20 minutes only. And that fellow got cheated and he became friendly. Everything was okay. Ask them to, for example, the couple, ask them to sit closer. They will sit. That's not a problem. But if they sit closer, it will catch up. Fire will catch up. It is known as a proxemics. Proxemics means the distance between two people. If they don't like each other, they will be sitting opposite, or they will sit away from each other. But you have the authority as a professional to say, pull your chair closer. The lady will pull, but the man will not pull. You ask the man, you also pull the chair. Come closer. It is known as intimate distance, very close. Less than 12 inches is intimate distance. Okay. And then you can ask a person to crack a joke. The wife will crack a joke and the man will crack a joke. And then when wife cracks, you have to laugh. Okay. As I told, you are more like a film director or a drama director. And these two people are actor and actresses. You deal with them. Okay. And things will be all right. The central principle is slow and steady. Okay. But if it is not working, reduce the dose. The doctor gives only 2.5 mg tablet. And if it is not working, then 5 mg. And then 10 mg, like that. But here in this case, you go to the 2.5 mg only to start with. And gradually increase the dosage. That is the duration you have to increase, distance, interdistance you have to increase. And the brain will accept. After all, they have been husband and wife for a few years, 2, 3 years, or 10 years, or 15 years.
15 years, sir.
15 years. Okay. And also ask them to re-establish their sexual relationship. Okay. That is the central aspect. That is the cement between two bricks. Otherwise, if the cement is not there, the bricks are only alone. Okay. So the purpose of marriage itself is to have offsprings. To have offsprings, one should have children. One should have sex. And that has a binding. Okay. But, two people, the mind is synchronized. They may disagree. They may be different in color, different in height, but whatever it is, sex binds them together. Okay, it makes them equal. Okay, they may quarrel, they may dominate, somebody may be submissive. During the sexual act, they act equally well. Equality counts during sex. But how to do that? And I have already given the article, extent 10 prerequisites for sexual satisfaction that will help. But only you are there to help them to come closer, like that. And the central principle is it should be very, very gradual. Start with a low demand activity and then move to relatively high demand activity. We should not demand too much from the clients. Demand only minimum. And if they agree, increase the dose. Increase your demand like that.
Okay, sir.
Sir, with permission, may I add a little bit to sir words?
Yes, Dr. Gridhar, please.
Okay. And what is the age of those people and how many children to them?
Pardon, age of?
They are,
Yeah, yes,
Those couple age and
Yeah.
children.
they are of 32 years and 42, sir. Both have 2 children.
Yeah, okay. And,
And the
how many
children
children
are,
they have and what is their age?
Age of the children is asking.
So both have 2 children. In one case, they have 18-year-old child and 14-year-old child. So male and
Mhm.
female. And in the second case, I mean, in the case of disciplinary, they
Mm.
have two children. One is 14 and another is 10.
You can try this way. You call them, those children, and
Okay.
speak about their parents. And mostly children, they need both parents, not single parent.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree.
And you work with them and ask them the problems of the parents. They will give lot of secrets.
Yes, sir.
You
Sure.
just
Yeah.
find out the cause. Find out the cause first, and there you have to work. And why they're getting disputes or differences, you first find out the cause. Not directly. If you're asking directly, the couple, they won't tell to you. Simply, they will speak their own version of. You call
Yes,
the
sir.
children and you speak with them. Ask them to tell to their parents their importance. Both parents are important to the children. I'm sure for every child, they give equal preference for society aspect, for their education, and in case of their psychological well-being also. Single parent never give any psychological support to the parents like mother and father. Maybe mother or father, they cannot play both roles. So that they have to educate. First, you educate the children to explain both parents need to them, and those children definitely do wonders. Don't underestimate the children. So if they are together, they are speaking with parents, what is their need and the need of their parents' role in their life. And by explaining certain things in outside world, single parent problems, by creating their empathy, it means how the other people are getting problem with the single parent and social problems, education problems, and next to their marital problems. Everything you ask them to explain to their parents. Usually both the mother and father, they definitely show affection towards their children. They may not have good relation, but definitely they may have good relation with the child. Take for example, father, 90% cases, the father loves the daughter. Mother, she loves the son. So in such a cases, you find out who is having better love on one child. Just to target them, you counsel them first, children. So use them as your tool to unify the parents. Mostly it will work out for your cases. Children, you ask them first, you call the children to come to you, you speak with them, you try to bind the parents through their love and their need for their in their life, both parents need, and they are separating for their selfishness. Take for example, mother is or father, they are separating because of their egos. How these children will suffer? These two children are total together responsibility parents that they cannot deny it. So you just work from that direction. It may work out, taking the children to you, and after that again call all the people, family counseling along with the children, not only wife and husband. And at that time, you just ask the children to speak out. In case of a counselor, no need to speak all the time. You just giving solution to them. That is the meaning for the counseling. The counselor should not play much role. We have to find out the solutions, and we have to ask the client to choose better solution among the solutions. That is the role of the actual counseling. Now, your role is just call the children. You just explain the problem to them, and definitely they will ask both parents. Problem may be there in mother, problem may be there in father. You ask them to find out through their children love and affection. It may work out. I'm not sure. It may work out. But this is one way, my opinion. And you did not involve much in group family counseling. You encourage the children to speak with their parents and encourage the children to speak their both need in their life. And you just ask them to live together and for the sake of the children. It's not compromise. Life is nothing but the series of adjustments. So when you are getting adjustment, you maybe lose some of your personal interest. Take for example that guy and this lady, both they may planning something. We don't know. They never tell to you. Even that father may have some ideas and his mother is having some ideas. Those things may not open before. If you are able to speak with children, call the children, you work from that side, it will work out. And your role is just encouraging the children to speak in that family counseling. It's
Okay.
my suggestion. That is your
So
Uh,
initially we need to talk to children in privately,
Yes.
and then we have to make them
Privately,
understand. Yeah.
absolutely privately. If need is there, call the children 1:1. No, sometimes there is some family also, there is some kind of separations. Maybe boy child may not accept and girl child may not accept.
Yes, sir.
So you, according to their family situation, you call, say first 1:1, then call both children, then ask them, give you a little bit training to them how to make them their parents together, and you explain the unification of parents, the further benefits to their life in future, everything. Maybe they may accept the children, they may accept, and that may work out. It's my angle suggestion. Being a family counseling person, you can do
Yes, sir,
it.
I understand, because I did work with the children in one case, and they were successful now. So thank you so much for your suggestion, sir. I will
Yeah.
definitely try in that perspective.
Sir, can I add?
Yes,
Permission,
please.
sir, with
Yes,
your
sir.
Yeah,
permission,
sir, you can.
I
please.
contribute because
No, no.
my just experiences with the family counseling. I 100% I agree with Dr. Giridhar. Why? Because many more than 12 cases, I think, of course, many other related as factors are also there. But particularly when it comes to family counseling, see, children's role is a crucial one. You know, in out of many cases, majority of the cases, through children only, again, they wanted to depart in the sense they wanted to took a decision and they wanted to go for divorce. Under those circumstances, see, if you are capable enough or clever enough or patience enough or just intelligence enough, whatnot, everything. See, we should speak to the children. See, children role plays a major role in again reconnecting the both father and mother. I just succeeded in many cases as far as family counseling is concerned. You see, clearly I have been telling, but they have not listened. And that fellow is a lawyer, basically. But you know, he's not sound enough and he's not earning a lot also. But his wife, so she also goes to the school. She works something, got some amount, some 10,000 or something. But you know, he is of suspecting nature towards his wife. And actually, the children are the real judges. What is going on in the home? What is going on in the family? Who is right and who is wrong? They are the right people. You know, at times they may intervene, but at the same time they may not intervene. So that is also another very important role we can say. And you know, in one case, they totally they took a decision. They wanted to go for divorce. And finally, one girl, they are having 2 daughters. This daughter is of 10th class. And this daughter just have been intervening and telling to both father and mother. But apart from that, they did not listen. And later, they took a decision, they wanted to go for divorce. And again, this 10th class girl started crying like anything with a loud noise in the police station. With a loud noise. And again, the police people and myself, and again called back the parents, and you see the pathetic situation of your daughter here. And later all people wept, and again they just joined hands and they are just living together. So as Giridhar suggested, children also just plays a major role. And through IPPSI, under the leadership of our Professor Ganeshan sir, we have conducted 25 programs on sessions on suicide alone, and legal aspects, and political aspects, and family wise as just parent roles, parental role, and similarly different angles we have just involved and we have conducted, and with the different knowledgeable people, we have just already 25 sessions under Inspired Professional Psychology Society of India under the able guidance of Professor Vedagiri Ganeshan sir, we have conducted. When coming to WCOP also, just we have conducted on suicide and many sessions so far, many sessions. But today, this suicide is one of the best important aspects as far as family counseling is concerned. Again, we just playing the role of again what are the involvement of parents, what is the role of parents, what is the role of children, what is the role of psychologists. I tell you, proximity, as per our Ganeshan sir suggested, proximity plays a major role. Proximity. So in many of the cases, though they are not interested, just again at times we should make them to sit closer, I agree with totally with our Ganeshan sir. So that technique plays a major role. So like that, this is a very important one and very interesting one also, family counseling. But one thing, one should have a lot of patience, lot of zeal also. And he should also just play the role of just very elderly person, very whatnot, everything. Just you should give them a scope to feel that you are there to help them. That is most important. Personality of the counselor plays a major role.
Yes.
Thanks, sir, for your nice given time. Right, I'm happy that Giridhar is with us. And anybody from participants, please. All the time, myself speaking, and our repertoire, Ramadevi is speaking. What about Vasundhara is there? Vani is there? Then so many people are there. Durga Bhavani. What happened to Durga Bhavani? Nowadays, she is not at all. She is all the time keeping quiet. Baba Vajrala is there. Please. Sir, Professor Krishnamurthy, sir, kindly open your mouth and just contribute something. I think a board is there. Name is there. Sir, I think whether he is available or not, I do not know.
Actually, I have one more case to discuss, sir.
Yeah, please.
Okay, sir. May I, sir, Ganeshan, sir?
Yes, please.
Sir, this is about a case. The couple, the girl is 32 and the husband is 42. There is an age gap of 10 years, nearly 10 to 12 years. They have been
Okay.
married for 11 years. They have 2 daughters.
Okay.
They're not financially, they have some struggles as well. So she's
Okay.
working somewhere, and the parents were separated. Her parents were separated, and the father later died of some health issue. So she was grown up with her mother as a single parent.
Okay.
And she got married, and that husband also is not that very active.
Okay.
And he has some spinal issue, lumbar spondylitis. So only 2 discs are present. All other were problems. So he was bedridden for few months, and now, and he never worked in anywhere because he doesn't like to work under someone. So he wanted to do some business. He tried many businesses, but he could not survive. So he later again started recently some tea stall. So the problem here is the wife, she has been adjusting herself because of the family situations and everything. So even after getting married, the husband is not talking too much, not doing everything he does punctually, getting up, praying, going out, sleeping, everything he does punctually. But he doesn't spend much time with her, which is very hurting her, and not much of sexual health also. So she is getting so much of arousals, but he is not doing anything. And even if he tries, he has PE, premature ejaculation. So out of that, he is not able to come forward. And for every little thing, she keeps on complaining. Even if I try to say something, she intervenes and she keeps on saying, and she keeps crying a lot. So now she says, I don't want anything. I don't want to live with him. Even if I live only as a mother of the children, but not as a wife. I don't want him. So I have adjusted. I lost all my zeal, all my enthusiasm in my life because I've been adjusting from my childhood. I don't have any energy to adjust anymore.
Okay. Is the man mobile or is he bedridden?
He's mobile, sir. Now he's okay, but he still has some back pain. He uses the back belt continuously.
Actually, if there is an injury in lumbar spine 4 and 5, he is likely to have sexual difficulty.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and that may be frustrating the wife. Okay, so you have to
Yes,
probe
sir.
into the sex life. Do you have any data on that?
Yes, sir. She is not happy with the sex life. That is what it is very disturbing her, because he is neither spending quality time, neither having quality time in the bed. So
Okay.
she is getting the arousals a lot, which she is not
Okay.
able to control.
Okay. What I would suggest in such a case is you suggest to her to have oral sex. Ask the husband, tell the husband to offer oral sex. Okay. And
She tried that too, sir, but the husband is not responding.
the husband is not cooperating.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Ask them to assume 69 position.
Okay.
Where each of them will be sucking the other person's genital. That is, picture is number 69 position. It is there in Konarak, Rajpara, etc. Statues are there.
Yes,
You
sir.
can show some slides and ask them to do it. Okay. So if they have got some kind of hesitancy, you can ask them, because this is a very important thing. If they are not sexually responding, the other person gets frustrated. Either they will go for an extramarital relationship or they will go for a split. Okay, so it has to be solved.
Sir.
The man is not interested in using oral sex, is it? Fellatio?
No, no, sir. Actually, he wants to do it, but because of that PE, he is not able to perform well.
Because of?
Premature ejaculation, sir. And
Yeah.
his report says that prolactin is too high.
See, if there is a spinal injury, there will be some neurological problem also. So if he is having premature ejaculation, the way to solve is let him penetrate and don't move. The more he keeps quiet, the erection will become stronger, then slowly move. That is one prescription, behavioral prescription.
Yes,
Another
sir,
thing is
I know.
1 day penetration, 1 day fellatio. Fellatio means he will suck the vagina of the wife. Okay. At the same time, she will have cunnilingus and she will be sucking the penis. And don't bother about ejaculation, premature ejaculation. Both of them will get excited and they will be happy. All these things are depicted in temple statues. I think it is there in Govindaraja Perumal temple also in Tirupati. Okay, at the entrance of the Gopuram entrance, there are statues like this.
Yes.
Okay, so you can take photographs or slides, or from Google you can search and then show the, instead of showing a video, sex video, you show them only pictures or drawings or mainly sculpture. If it is in the sculpture, they understand that ancestors have also followed this. It has got a cultural value when you have temple structures like that. Okay, and you can download. Okay, erotic sculptures. You put in the Google, they will come, and then you can select them and make a PPT.
Sir, can I
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
just with my two clarifications, then we will go for conclusion, sir.
Okay,
Here, first point is external people external, but you see there are two types of individuals, so extroverts and introverts. I think who are the main people? Extroverts go for divorce or introverts go for divorce? Number one question. Number two is premarital counseling reduces just divorce rate or suicidal just symptoms? These two things, sir.
yeah.
Kindly clarify.
Yeah. The premarital counseling is very, very necessary before marriage. That solves many problems. They can ask all sorts of questions and then they can be answered by the counselor. For that, the resource book is, there are two books. One is marriage, one is I will recollect. And
Yeah, you just after recollection, you give just
yes,
said.
yes.
Yeah.
With regard to extroversion, introversion by Isaac, it has not been proved. So let us not go into that. Okay. I had the opportunity to meet Isaac himself in 1984 in London. But what he has done, certain things are not okay. Like Sigmund Freud, they did many things, but later they said it's not okay. At that time they accepted. After some time they tested and they said it's not okay. So let us not go into extroversion, introversion, or Electra complex and Oedipus complex and all that. They are outdated. So we will leave. But with regard to prenatal counseling, it is essential. Okay.
Yeah.
One book is, I recollect, Sex: User's Manual. Sex: User's Manual. That is one book. Okay. Another book is Marriage Counseling. Marriage Counseling is the title by Stones and Stones. Two authors, MDs. These are the two books.
Okay, sir. Shall we conclude, sir?
Yeah, please do.
Yeah. Rama Devi.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. So thank you, Ganeshan sir, for another wonderful, excellent session. Though I joined a little late, not little, half of the session has been finished. Okay. So thank you so much, sir, for giving the not only the solutions but also the theory behind and the reasons behind the solutions. So I would like to thank Giridhar sir for his contribution in my case. I mean, the case which I am dealing. So I would like to thank Giridhar sir as well. So, and I would like, on behalf of WCOP and the enthusiastic participants, I would like to thank Ganeshan sir and the chief guest of honor, and everyone who are present here for this wonderful session, making another successful session. Thank you, sir. Thank you, BGR sir, for conducting this series of programs to educate, to learn, and enhance our skills. So on behalf of participants and WCOP, I would like to thank all those who are present here and have a pleasant evening. Thank you, sir.
And sir, see, some of the books have written long back because those days cell culture was not evolved. And there is a vast difference between then the books written before cell culture and now. And including, I also used to observe, particularly Harlock, that is developmental psychology. And that book, that was written long back, of course. But now it was not modified, suited to this, the present system,
Yes.
this cell addiction and everything. So that's what I think that's what there is a lot of difference we can see as far as counseling, as well as this particularly soon after the evaluation of this cell culture and this technology and everything. Am I right, sir?
Yes, you are right in the sense things have changed, but a book on anatomy is always there. A book on physiology is always there. They are the basic things.
I do agree, sir. With regard to
Yeah,
anatomy, physiology, okay.
Yeah, same way, the books which I have suggested, they are the base.
Okay.
Other developments they can learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, these are the basic minimum requirement. That's what I say.
Right, sir. Right, sir. So kind of so on behalf of me also, just I thank Giridhar, just who is with us. He also contributed as far as his knowledge is concerned towards WCOP. And it's in coming days, I think Giridhar may also join with us and contribute something as far as psychology is concerned, particularly special education is concerned. And you and your institution can help many psychology students in future.
Sure, sir.
Our then, just we request you to just honor our request and be with us and contribute as far as this special education is
My
concerned.
pleasure, sir. It's my pleasure all the
Right.
time.
I am happy after a long time, just 15 years back. Of course, in the meanwhile, also we spoke to each other, and I saw
Yes.
you personally this time. I am really happy, and thanks to our Talaivar in the sense, our elderly
Ganesh, sir.
Ganesh,
Richest personality.
yeah. Thanks to all our elderly people, but participants nowadays, I would like to add something. And today we have uploaded 3 practical programs. And the day after tomorrow also we are having a Thursday with the permission of Ganesh sir. Again, we are going for a similar such session on that is Thursday. And then that day also we are uploading 3 more sessions. So you have been waiting to this uploading of these programs into YouTube. And 3 programs we have uploaded today. And another 3 more programs we are going to upload on day after tomorrow. So kindly observe it and write down the records. Kindly, please. Right. Thank you very much. Thank you one and all. Good night.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.